Justice League Action sucks. For all of you that were excited about this show, I'm going to tell you why it is a big disappointment and why all those who were excited will hate it. Now, when the show was announced, I only half liked the animation style, but I thought if they gave us a good story for the episodes and some good action, then this will be a fun show for me to tune in and watch. I didn't expect it to be anywhere near as good as the awesome Justice League and Justice League Unlimited shows which I grew up watching, but I expected it to take some cues from it whilst mixing in some of the cheesiness of the Brave and the Bold. Not exactly my favourite combination of tones, but I thought at the very least it would be good. Especially when they announced that Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill would be returning to voice both Batman and the Joker. This should be some good fun regardless. Well, no, this is bad. In fact, this is so insultingly bad to the point that they must have known that this was going to suck. Now, as soon as you watch the first episode, the animation looks very reminiscent to something you would get on the Disney Channel, but somehow even more cartoony. The problem though is that the animation seems really half-arsed and choppy at times. Also, the only word that comes to mind when I see it is gloss. It literally looks like a dog has slobbered all over the animation once it was done. Now let me tell you the main problem I noticed when watching this episode. It is nothing but action. There is no story building and no proper introduction of the Justice League or the villains. So I continued to watch, and I kid you not, more than 8 minutes in and they are still trying to fight this one guy. They eventually call in Martian Manhunter, and not only does he look terrible, but he sounds completely wrong. I warn you now, if you have seen and heard any version of Martian Manhunter, this will make you raise both your eyebrows in disbelief.
I have no interest in evading you. I am only interested in your inevitable defeat. We shall see.
I mean, that is a complete miscast of Martian Manhunter's voice. I don't need to tell you how important the right voice is for a character, but this one is just wrong. The same goes for the voice of Wonder Woman. Ironically, she looks like a girl and not a woman, and her voice does not have the authority that many of the other female voices have had. So I watched the rest of the fight, and overall it took 10 minutes for them to beat this guy. After that, they fly away, and the episode is over. That's right, these are just 10-minute episodes, which is very strange because for the longest time, IMDb has said that these are meant to be 30-minute long episodes, but I'm telling you now, they are not. As a result, casting Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill as Batman and Joker is pointless because in 10 minutes, you aren't going to get any character development with them, and that means you are not even going to hear them talk much because they don't have much time to say anything. Now, this whole time I was just talking to you about episode 1, and you might be thinking that this is a much more kid-friendly show. If we teenagers and adults don't like it, at least little Timmy can have fun watching the show. Well, episode 2 told me exactly why this show should not be watched by anyone, including kids. Because not only does it talk down to them, but it also thinks they are unbelievably stupid and lack common sense. The episode starts and we see Superman being assisted by a human space cab driver, and he is being chased by Lobo. Now tell me if you are noticing something wrong just with the clips I'm showing you. I'm sure you have noticed the problem already, so I'll just say that you are right. They are breathing in space. This is on the same level of stupidity as Superman 4. Even Superman in the Justice League cartoon that was made back in the early 2000s had to wear some gear to breathe in space. But in this cartoon, anyone can breathe in space, even a human. And by the way, it gets even dumber, and my little brother actually spotted this. You can actually see the character's hair and clothing being blown by the wind. Because as you all know, space is full of air for you to breathe and have your clothes get brushed away. How could the show's creators let a mistake like this go by? They actually have to animate these movements. You would think that someone would have noticed. I mean, seriously, there is no effort in the making of this show. It feels like the whole crew behind this were just really high whilst they were animating it. The final episode is about Firestorm, and he was legitimately fun to listen to, and the reason for that is because he is being voiced by PJ Byrne, who voiced Bolin in The Legend of Korra, and he is a very energetic voice actor. Other than that, I have nothing to say about this episode, except that it is pointless and forgettable just like the two before it. Also, unbelievably, all 3 episodes have taken the end credits from the old Justice League cartoon. The same music plays, and you even see the voice actors for Flash and various other characters and crew members that weren't even a part of these 3 episodes. It also says all rights reserved in 2003, so that's further proof that they took the end credits right out of the original show. Speaking of the original show, me and my brother had to get the horrible taste out of our mouths after watching 3 episodes of this, and we watched one random episode of Justice League Unlimited, and boy was it awesome. The animation really holds up incredibly well, and it looks even better than Justice League Action. The older DC shows were great and had so much effort put into them, and they were even emotional to many people. Quite impressively, they were also for kids, teenagers, and adults. This show should have followed the same format, as to this day, everyone still praises it. As the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But no, DC somehow got it twisted and said, if it ain't broke, let's break it. Also, have you noticed that DC has sucked in all departments lately? Their last 2 movies sucked, and even their animated movies have been so bad since they started adapting the New 52 comics into movies. I even have a feeling that the new rumored Batman game is also going to suck once it comes out. The only solid thing DC has going for themselves right now is The Flash, which I think is one of the best TV shows ever made, and I wouldn't say that lightly. So yeah, don't watch Justice League Action. Hopefully the studios will get the message that we don't want insulting crap like this. They should treat their audience with more respect. I don't know what the hell their problem is. This is Teen Titans Go all over again. They can easily make a show that we all want to see, but they instead give us the exact opposite of what we want to see. And then they keep making it and we don't hear them respond to us after we continuously ask, why? It really makes no sense, and the thing is, if they make a similar animated show now with the exact same animation from their older show back in 2001, then it won't cost them much to do, as that animation style is nearly 2 decades old. So long as they bring back the great stories and voice actors of the original episodes, we'll be fine with it. It won't cost them much to produce and it will win the trust of their fans back, but instead they come out with this. What a giant waste of time, money, and animation. So thanks for watching, guys. Have you seen any episodes of Justice League Action? If so, feel free to let me know what you think. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date and get notified of my future videos. And I'll catch all of you next time. Take care.